Okay, so my name is Jared LaRue. I'm a filmmaker from New Orleans. Last year, we had our feature film play at the New Orleans Film Festival, where we won Audience Best Louisiana Feature.
Congrats.
It's called West of Greatness, the story of the West We Go Muscle Boys. It's a fictional documentary about two young men from the West Bank who joined a bodybuilding competition, hoping the grand prize gets them out of poverty. We threw a real bodybuilding competition and trained two actors over a year to gain a shit ton of muscle. And we had a crew about 4 or 5, and many times that meant we were all running audio and camera at the same time. The movie has done very well with audiences. People really love it. I'm shocked at it. It's done well at the festival. Distributors have responded. A lot of indie distributors that I really love that were like, "This is an amazing movie. I don't know how to market this, right? Because it's a fictional documentary. It's not a mockumentary. It's not making fun of them. It's not Spinal Tap." And there's been a lot of people that have like talked to me about distributing it, where it's aggregators and they own your film and it just like kind of dies on the vine. At what point, as a filmmaker, do you go, I need to rethink this whole distribution model entirely? Either sell it myself, like on a website, or do you keep banging the drum? I'm working on other projects. I'm running other screenplays because I know I can't just live here forever. But it's a pretty brutal experience. So I guess the ultimate question is like, how do you handle that? How do I do this?
It's a great question. And I used to say, if you have an A+, this movie's gonna get out in the world. And that used to be true. And I know most of the film festival programmers and most of the distributors now, and they will tell you, and the audiences will tell you, there's not that many good movies out in the world. It's really hard to find an A+. Obviously, an A+ isn't for everybody. Taste is taste. We're in a different situation now. There are, I was just having a conversation where 10 years ago, I was lamenting the death of feature filmmaking as the dominant cultural art form in the world because streaming television came about. And I was like, well, it's not so bad. Streaming is cool, and I made some money in streaming, and I made some cool things. Now the dominant cultural art form is TikTok. It's undeniable, and I don't think people have totally reckoned with it yet, especially those of us who have the hopes and dreams of being feature filmmakers our whole lives. It's the art form we love, It's not going to go away. People are still putting on plays all over the world, and charging $25. I do think we're in a weird new time where you could have, I'll decide, but you could have an A+ and not get distribution, A-
maybe.
Okay, all right. Okay.
There's a couple things that would get it a plus that we couldn't afford, but
that's okay.
It's pretty good.
All right. Are we going to be at a C+ at the end of this 15 minutes?
The movie doesn't even exist. I'm sorry.
Yes, exactly.
Everything I said was a lie.
Exactly. Okay. I do think it's probably a hard movie to market. It's hard to get people to watch original movies right now. It does sound like my cup of tea. I'm excited to watch it. Did you apply it to top tier film festivals?
Yeah, so we applied and then I applied again because, a little bit changed.
Yes.
All of the big ones, middle ones too. We got into Bentonville and we premiered there. I'm from Arkansas and that was very cool. It was like
That's
hometown
cool.
hero. And then we played here and we did really well. And those are the two we've gotten into.
Okay.
And I'm not even really interested in we made the movie for hardly anything.
Yes.
I'm interested in making another movie where it doesn't cost me so much. I'm down to spend a lot.
Yeah, even if you don't spend money, it eats up your whole life.
Right. And so it's like, if I made $1 selling my movie, I'm fine with it. I want to just make another one, and I don't want it to just die.
Okay. A couple of thoughts on that. There are people who are doing self-distribution, and it is working.
Right.
You're seeing it on Instagram right now. A lot of it's horror. But you have something very specific, and that is the world of bodybuilding.
Right.
I have a couple of friends of mine. Do you know who Karan Soni is? He's an Indian actor. He's freaking incredible. He and his husband made a movie. I forgot what it's called. It killed it on the film festival circuit. But it's a gay rom-com with Indian people in it.
Right.
And it just, nobody wanted to distribute it. And it murdered on the film festival. I think it won Independent Spirit Awards.
Wow.
It was, and it's the first movie that I saw that I was like, this is a great movie. It's not getting distribution. They self-distributed, and I think they were focused primarily on Indian communities, but they self-theatrically distributed. I think they made $1 million theatrically, and I think they kept most of it.
Right.
Because, they didn't have a distributor eating up all the costs.
A thing that we've, sorry to interrupt.
Go
The
ahead.
thing that we've thought about doing is like finding bodybuilding shows that are happening across the country, and then finding like the local theaters there at the same time, and trying to schedule screenings of the film and targeting those, even though it's, we trick you and it is, about bodybuilding and getting that audience there. Do you think that's like a legitimate option to try?
I think that's the option to try.
Okay.
The big question is, do you want to spend a year distributing this film, or do you want to spend a year making your next movie?
I know.
That's the hardest one. And Mark and I have definitely been in the pipeline of, we could run this movie higher up the flagpole if we were to self-distribute, if we were to show up at more of these screenings, if we were to like just beat the drums, right? But the thing that we've always wanted to do is keep making movies.
Right.
I mean, here's my quick advice, since we're on a time constraint here, is like, what I would try to do is build that distribution model, four-wall some movie theaters around bodybuilding competitions. And what I would do is, if you have met or any younger people who want to become distributors or want to get involved in distribution, I would say, you want to do this with me. Nobody's getting paid. This is us building our careers. We're trying to build a new thing. Have that person do all the legwork. You got to go to the screenings because they want to see the director and they want to have you talk about it. Try and build it. If you can build it as a road show where you guys can drive, so you're not flying yourself and you're two people out or whatever. Because I think part of the appeal is that you're going to be there. You're going to answer questions. You're going to see two buff guys who may or may not take their shirts off on stage.
Lots of shirtless guys in that movie.
Yeah, exactly. That might also happen live. I do think that's a very, you could have success doing that. It might be a shit show. But I do think there's probably a middle ground where you could get it out there in that world and get it on the map in a way where you could really get some traction, where it could get lots of hits on YouTube, or it's just, if it's in an aggregator system, it's getting enough hits and it's getting enough reviews where people are starting to get traction and it can get seen. Because we're all trying to avoid that thing where I call it dropping your movie into the ocean of Netflix. It's just like, well, that was nice. That was fun while it lasted.
So you're suggesting like maybe signing with one of these aggregate companies that have offered to do it, and then doing our fourth walling, like, we would maintain our own theatrical distribution and stuff like that. So we could, like, I hate this phrase, they say it all the time, game the algorithm.
Yes.
Doing both.
Do both,
Okay.
yes. And try and get with an aggregator who's excited about what you're doing and is going to try and tie in. But I would try to find, here's the thing, it's going to be way more work than you think. So finding that up-and-coming person who has skin in the game, who wants to be a distributor. I mean, there's a lot of people who, distribution is the most difficult part. And so there's a lot of people who want to know how to do it, who want experience in it, who want to make a name for themselves in it. If you can find that right kid coming out of college who's just like, this is everything I want to do. I want to get your movie. They're irrationally in love with your movie, and they do that for you. I mean, this is a just a quick side note. our first feature film that was any good, The Puffy Chair, went to Sundance in 2005. It was an incredible experience because the expensive movies were a letdown that year, and our movie stood out. We were like a $15,000 movie, really, in the end, that made a big splash. But it looked like a home movie. It had no famous people in it. It was shot on digital. It was the first year at Sundance where you could show a movie that wasn't a 35 millimeter print. Nobody knew what to do with it. They were like, I don't know, we like it. The Sundance Channel offered us $100,000 for worldwide rights to put it on the, and Mark and I broke down crying. We're like, we're gonna make money on this movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna make $85,000. I can't believe it. But this woman named Liesl Copeland, who's a very famous talent agent now, she works at WME. She was at Cinetic, which is a company that helps sell your film. And she said, I want you to hold on this because I'm gonna try and build something. And over the course of the year, she did some really cool things for the Puffy Chair. The first thing is she started talking to this company, this little DVD company called Netflix, about the possibility of showing movies online. And my initial response when she said this was I said out loud, no one will ever watch a movie online. I said that, but I trusted her. Yeah. And long story short, we were the first movie that streamed on Netflix. Remember when you used to get those DVDs? Well, they had an open flap, and it said, watch The Puffy Chair. Type in this URL, http://Netflix/Puffy Chair. So she brokered us for no fee. We didn't get paid for it. It was an experiment between Ted Sarandos and Mark and me to put this little movie online. It was us and 4 other films did it that year. And then she got Roadside Attractions to put us in movie theaters for free, no advance. And then she made a small DVD deal with Sony and no advance. And so we had to give up the $100,000. It was awful. I mean, I was just like sick in my stomach, but Mark was better about it. He was just like, this is the opportunity for us to like, because you're not trying to make money off of your movie. That'd be great. You're trying to build your career. And I do think that it sounds like it deserves a chance to live and be celebrated and to gather traction. And nobody knows what that is right now, but that roadshow, I think, is probably it. I mean, look, the best movie I saw last year is Listers. Does everybody know what Listers is? It's a homemade documentary about 2 brothers who travel the country. They're birding. They're competitively birding, and they have no business doing it. It has 5 million views on YouTube. They were in your position where they were like not getting into top tier festivals. They were like not getting distribution offers, and they just cut the mustard, and they were like, we're gonna put it on YouTube, and it blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to work.
Right.
I don't think that your roadshow can hurt you. I think it can only help you unless it destroys all your time and energy.
Right. I know.
Boop, boop,
That's
2
the game.
minutes. Boop, boop.
Okay.
That's the concern is I'm ready to work on the next one. You know, I wrote it in 2022, shot it in 2023, edited it in 2024. And then it's been this last year of festival, banging the drum. I mean, I cold emailed so many distribution companies until they finally responded to me, you know. And I go, how much longer do I want to do that? Because I got some other stories really burning.
I can help you self-distribute it. I know how to do that.
All right.
Great. We got the person.
Yeah. Oh, and it's an A. It's not an A minus. It's an A.
It's A. Great.
So we went back up.
We're back up.
Yay! Thank you, Jared.